Hey, this is Johnny from the RUMJACKS, and you're watching United Rock Nations.
Hello guys of United Rock Nations, we are with Johnny of RUMJACKS. How are you?
Very well, thank you for having me, cheers.
In a few hours, 3 hours, you will be on stage.
Yeah,
So, how is your feeling just before?
Right now, very nervous. we got to walk from the main stages down to see lots of people, so pretty nervous at the moment.
It's not the first time you play on the festival.
It's not, but doesn't change being nervous every time. So it's a big festival, so it's a bit more riding on them today, but it's okay.
So, it's your second time, I think, here at the HellFest. What do you think about the festival, the HellFest?
Love it, absolutely love it. Like, I would like to come here one time and not play and actually enjoy the festival, but it's just a festival that's on a different scale, like a different level. The organisation and the work that goes into this is like nothing I've ever seen, and it's like it kind of translates into playing at these festivals. You just see how much work is put in, and we enjoy playing it. So.
But, will you stay here to see some bands today?
We finish playing, and in 1 hour we'll be driving to the south of Germany. So I will see nothing. I will see absolutely no bands at all. I think I've seen Glory Hammer there from the tent for a little bit. That's the first time I've even heard Glory Hammer. So I can walk away with one. There we go. I've seen Glory Hammer.
So that's the life on road, you know.
That's what it is.
So how is the life on road with the RUMJACKS?
It's good. It's good. It's good to be back and do it again after all this time. So definitely don't take things for granted anymore. So those long 16-hour night drives that we're doing tonight, they're not fun, but it's better than staring at the four walls in a pandemic. So just happy to be back on the road. So no complaints.
Absolutely. So what is your best memory in a festival?
Memory in a festival. Not just because we're here. I will say when we played here 3 years ago, I think it was, we finished playing, and I think we were quite nervous about going over our allotted time, and we still had about 5 minutes at the end of the set, and the crowd kind of cheering for us and to come back on. And I think that was one that really stands out. Like we played it in the middle of the day at 12 o'clock. We expected there to be no one there, and the place was packed, and then they cheered us to come back on. So I'd probably say that's up there with some of the memories. So yeah, definitely. That's why HellFest has a special place in our hearts.
And the worst moments in the festival, not at the HellFest, but I don't know if you have some experience.
Oh, worst? Yes. I think just when people throw things at you and then they hit you. I don't care if people throw stuff, that's fine. Just whenever there's that one guy with a great aim, that probably sucks. But I don't know, that's menial. It's nothing too bad, So no real bad memories of festivals, to be honest.
So you released on 2021 Hestia, and then just immediately a Brass for Gold. It's a new EP. Why you released 2 records in a short time?
I guess what happened was when we were forced to not be on the road and tour and whatnot, we kind of consciously and subconsciously went, right, if we can't tour, what can we do? It's like, right, we'll write music, record music, do something with it. And we went in and we had like a job for Hestia to do, and we did it. And we had all these songs, and we couldn't say, no, cut that down to 11 or 12. So that's why we put 15 tracks out on Hestia. And then it was like, right, that came out. And we're like, well, we had a few little ideas here and there. Let's just keep doing that again. And really quickly we wrote around 10 songs, I think. Like, well, we've got all these songs, we may as well record them and put them out again too. So I think, HellFest, we had to do that and show what we were again. And we did that, and it went down very, very well. And like, all right, cool, let's back it up. We couldn't kind of stop that momentum just there, So we kept going and put Brass for Gold out.
So in Brass for Gold, there's only new songs, not all songs from the Hestia, for example, that you didn't put on the album.
I think a couple might have been very small ideas that would have been there, like that we messed around with that didn't get any further than that, because we already had 15 songs to do for Hestia. So I think maybe 2 or 3 off Brass for Gold would have had an idea or a small portion, but we didn't have that written and ready to go from Hestia at all, no.
So can you tell me a little more about the meaning of the lyrics? I know it's important for you, to communicate some messages. For our listeners, can you give more the spirit of the lyrics of the band?
I know with Mike's writing, because Mike writes all the lyrics, and when we've talked about it and we read his things and what he talks about, there's kind of, you can cover everything, but I know for sure he definitely leaves songs open for interpretation. So there might be very clear ones. There might be songs of battles or history, things like very clearly what it's about, But I wouldn't say all songs or that there's a great intention to ram something down someone's throat. People brought up the song Hestia a lot about that, and we said it before. It's like, if you take it how you want to take it, then that's fine. If we've leaned into something and you've gone somewhere with it, as long as it's positive and good, then that's fine. You take it for how you want. So I would say, apart from the incredibly obvious ones that it's like about a certain thing, it's open for how people want to interpret the lyrics, as long as it's in a positive way.
So 2021, the album now, DAP, Brass for Gold. What's next? Do you think you will record some new songs or not in the next months?
Well, we're still on tour till the very end of August. So the idea of writing and whatnot now is a bit hard. Mike and whatnot has always got ideas coming, and us with little ideas. But when you're on the road, it's quite hard to do it. So for the kind of short version, no, not for now. We just got to finish this touring, and then we're taking a little break, just a couple of months, because we've been on tour since February. So yeah, we're almost there. We're getting to the end, but of course, another release, whatever that may be, that's going to be there. But as we did with Hestia, we want to do it right, and just don't want to dive straight into it without having some kind of strong force and want to do it and put out what people deserve to hear and what we want to record as well. So when that time comes, we'll do it. But for now, tour, now that we can, now that we're allowed to do this and stand this close to people, we'll do this for now, and then we'll get back in the studio when we can.
So tonight you won't play any new songs?
Tonight, anything we played today has been put out and released to the world. Okay. So there'll be no surprises tonight.
No surprises.
No surprises.
Usually, what's the way the songwriting process is on the band?
With Hestia, when Mike joined, basically we all had these ideas, whether it was guitar kind of chord progressions or riffs or parts, or Mike would come in with full songs. We got together really early in Milan, and we pretty much put it all out on the table, and we sat around. We took a lot more time with it, which was the first time we've ever done with recording a record. We kind of slowed down and went, right, every idea we've got, let's put it out, let's play it, let's see how we go. And no idea was stupid, no idea was thrown out, all was considered. And we just kind of put that together, bit of pre-production, sat in a room, played it loud and proud, and then whatever sounded good, worked, we put into a demo, and then pressed the big red button and started recording. And that was it. So it was all the ideas together, see what works, what fits, and then put the songs together.
And some things changed with the new singer?
Of course, yeah, a lot of things changed, dynamically, and just, I wouldn't say sound-wise, obviously, as a new singer, it's a new voice, but yeah, I do think it's gone in a much better direction and a more positive direction. We're much happier as musicians, and recording Hestia, and then into Brass for Gold, and then into a split we just did with a Flatfoot 56. We really enjoyed that process, and if that comes across in the record, that's up to the listener, but we enjoyed recording that probably for the first time in our career, So we enjoy music, we do love doing it, but it was the first time we put music back into the focus of putting a record out, That was the top priority, and we enjoyed it. So yeah, lots of things changed, but mostly I'd say the dynamic and our joy to be doing it again.
Thank you very much for all these information about the band, about the new album, and the project on the next months. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, and see you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you.